Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry for the delay, but I had to go to the chiropractor. My life had to go to the chiropractor. They were open and I had to go. So I went. Happy afternoon, everyone. Ooh, I had to go. Feel better a little bit. Bought new shoes. See if that'll help. How is everyone? I'm happy today. Well, some people think Andrew Windsor Mountbatten, my eyes roll any higher in my head, was arrested because he was sharing government secrets. Possibly, but I'm still enjoying it. Even if he's not arrested for being a pedophile, I'm enjoying it. This photo came up today. Let me share it. I just shared it on Facebook. I was pretty happy. This is that prig. At least he cleaned his nose hairs. Today is his birthday. I didn't know he was born the day before me. I didn't know he was a February baby. Taken by Reuters. What a shot, it says. Good job, Phil Noble. Look at him in his like English cable net. So foul. And in a Land Rover, no doubt. Look, that's got to be a Range Rover or Land Rover vehicle that he's being carted in. This is AI generated. He doesn't look like this. Next should be Fergie. Fergie should be the next one. Leaves the police station in Vigo the day he was arrested. Oh, so they let him out. 6 unmarked police cars with plain-clothed officers arrive at the home on his 66th birthday. Yeah, there's a discovery. He was released into custody after 12 hours. I bet he was shitting himself. I'm with Sully. The UK can arrest the king's brother for crimes, but the US can't arrest one corrupt, treasonous politician with a mountain of proof. Hell, they can't even be fired. He should be removed. I mean, I'm not British, so I mean, I am historically British. And that's the other pedo. He decided not to go to a conference in. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, I have to take this. Hey, how are you? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Anymore. Because it used to be. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will check into it. Create my own, download and upload. Do you know what I mean? I'll just create my own and put it up there. Put it from the website. But thank you. Thanks. Take care, Doug. Bye. You too. Sorry, that was a business Board of Realtors call. So we do virtual tours of all our listings, and the listing didn't show up on Zillow. So I wanted to know why it didn't show up. So now I have my answer. So I have to just kind of go ring around the rosary and backdoor to get it done, which I will do. That's why I went to computer school. Hello, everybody. Let me say hi, dear dear Lord, old chap. Can you imagine the nightmare that those, we call them here corrections officers, would have to go through to have a royal? Just send them to the tower and be done with it. Hey, Katie, how are you? Hey, Junebug. About time the ball started to roll. When the law doesn't work for the worst of us, it doesn't work for any of us. It's not working here in the United States. Patty, king cake baby is infant Jesus and is baked into the cake. Person who gets the baby brings next king cake. Well, I bought the king cake. So I bring the next king cake. I don't know that I'll get to the baby. Babies left out now because of Oh, the babies aren't in there anymore. Also, king cake etiquette is the knife stays in the box. Okay. Well, I'm gonna share something with you. I just tore it. I was in my car. I just tore a piece off. So no knife was used in the king cake. True story. I just tore a piece off and proceeded to get very sick. But I asked ChatGPT why I got sick, and this was ChatGPT's answer. Hold on. It was fascinating to me. Because you don't know. I mean, I didn't know. Let's see. GLP king cake reaction is what it calls it. So, rapid blood sugar shift. When king cake equals refined carbs, sugar, and icing, your blood sugar spikes quickly. Your body releases insulin to bring it down. The insulin response can be stronger due to the GLP, and digestion is slower. The combination could cause a rapid drop, like hypoglycemia, which feels lightheadedness, weakness, nausea, and shaky, which I had all of them. Even if it was technically just low blood sugar, the fast swing can make you feel faint, which I did. The GLP meds slow the stomach emptying. A dense, sugary, high carb food sitting in your stomach sounds awful, doesn't it? Shift blood flow to digestion obviously it was a vasovagal response. It really was. I mean, how I made it home without retching was amazing. Make feel woozy almost immediately, and I did. And dehydration it says these meds reduce thirst in some people. If you were even slightly dehydrated, sugar can amplify. So sick. I was so sick. I walked by the box of the king cake this morning and I was like, we're just gonna let that go. Ash Wednesday's over, but we're just gonna put it over to the side. Oh. Patty, just another thing to take our eyeballs from other things happening. I don't know what other things are happening, but this is the one on my radar. But what it did do was take Nancy Guthrie off of Fox News. It did do that. Hey, Liza, how are you? Hey, Sade. Andrew is toast. They let him out after 12 hours. Been released without charge. What a prick. He looks older than Methuselah. 66 years old. Happy birthday, Patty. Thank you, Patty. Yep, tomorrow. Is it my birthday? No, my birthday is February 20th. So I will be 59 years old tomorrow. 5'9". 5'9" and 5'9". Like I'm 5'9.5". Or I was. I don't know if I still am. But so 5'9" and 5'9". So Patty is celebrity judges and prosecutors recognize her. True story. And I have to tell you something from last night. So someone came up to me who will remain anonymous. Let me know that this person overheard a discussion. I'm going to look it up. So this person is in the know at the courthouse and will remain anonymous, like I said. They overheard a conversation about Wendy, and someone came up to someone on the state side and said something to the effect of, um, well, it's kind of embarrassing that we haven't brought charges against Ms. Adelson. And the person on the county side backslash state said that they weren't sure that they could overcome a JOA motion. I, I don't even understand. So a JOA motion is that to stop a trial or overturn a conviction when no reasonable jury could find the defendant guilty based on the evidence presented. I find that so hard to believe. As I've said, it was very upsetting. I said thank you to this person. I have no other verification other than this person, but the court must view the evidence in the light most favorable to the prosecution to determine if a national trier of fact could have found the essential elements of the crime. And my response to you all is it's embarrassing to not bring charges against her because every jury they have sat has asked, why did they not bring charges against her? Right? Has not every, I mean, am I wrong? Every jury, except for the first one, and they probably would have charged her. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. It's very nice of you. I'm trying to do my best to look like a heterosexual. I'm not gonna lie. Things have been rough for me on the attracting women side of things lately. It's a true story. And it's not by just women, but by other people. So I was like, I got to change my hair. I got to change my look. I got to change something. I got to change something. I love men far too much for even remotely on that. So I was going to get a bumper sticker on my car that said something like, I like hardwood, not carpet. Trying to think something funny because it's nothing wrong with it other than I'm not. So that's why the curls are gone. It's a little softer. As my business partner, who is a homosexual, says, it was a little severe, Patty. Honey, I'm taken. Well, thank you, September. Well, thank you, Pussycat. I mean, I don't even have broad shoulders. I don't know. I've got many lesbian friends, so it's not that. It's just I'm not. I didn't go through all this to yeah, my husband's still with it, but when he's not, working on number 3, I don't need this. Don't drive a Subaru. Someone sent me a meme that was with me during one of these pivotal moments in my life recently, and it said, the back of it said, "I am not a lesbian" on the back of their Subaru. Some people just need to, what do I say? Drive a Subaru. Some people just need to drive a Subaru. My friend Heidi. So that's my story. So that was the prompt of the hair. And then I went to get it cut last week, 2 weeks ago, before I had an event. And um the guy who did my makeup thought I was a lesbian too. Um and my hands were so dry. I said, just cut and cut. So that's what they did. You're 60 this November. My girls and I will be camping on the beach with a few beers. See, at 60 and at 59, I need a mattress. Sorry. I'm not. Your bumper sticker says mean people suck. I should get one that says pedophiles suck because clearly there's no shame in the game here. Hi, Scora. Socorro. Nothing wrong with it, Mia, but I'm with you, Patty. I love men. Love. I do. I do. And I can't help it. Help it. Uh, Thank you so much, September. It's very nice. Hi, Rosie. September. I'm glad to be back again, too. Mia, Wendy is a pathological liar. We've all watched it. This is so ridiculous. Get the fuck out of here, resting ass. If you can't get her on murder, conspiracy, then surely on perjury. I agree. I mean, I don't think they can get her on murder one. I really don't. I get that. So just do the conspiracy like Denise Williams. Why not do that? Hey, Mr. C, how are you doing? I know, Mia. So upsetting. Flights to Vietnam are going to be in high demand, if you know what I'm saying. Or Argentina. Wait, which of the South American countries, which I think is Argentina, doesn't have relations? One of them doesn't have relations. My neighbors are Mexican. They do king cake at Christmas. Whoever finds the baby gets to throw a party. If they can arrest Andrew, surely they can arrest Wendy. It was intended for Andrew to leave the UK as soon as possible. ChatGPT got cheeky with you, so I made it admit it's more stupid than a 5-year-old. Andrew Windsor is a sweaty, gross pig. You have family in the French Quarter, so king cakes every year. Tyson says Jeffrey Epstein, Saint Hitler, Mom Donnie, Daddy. Yeah, his mom. Yeah, man. Donnie's mother was a big fan of Jeffrey Epstein. Who knows how many children he has? Who knows? It's not just the sugar. King cakes have lots of synthetic additives and dyes. Well, whatever it is, it made me sick. I mean, I don't know what it was, but the cake itself, like the cinnamon roll thing, was soft and scrumptious. And in another life, I would have already picked off the icing and eaten it, but I can't do that now. Criminals, I honestly thought, none of your business, that this said criminals are all protected. I had to put it on the screen larger to see criminals are all connected. I really thought it said criminals are all protected because they are. They are all protected. Frog. I wouldn't even put a frog on that man. He is disgusting. Yeah, you likely won't see me tomorrow, Rosie, but thank you. I'm suffering from being 59. I'm suffering. I don't know why. But I am. It shouldn't be a thing, right? There's a news article about 60 plus kids, all from the same donor, who've started finding each other by some new law. Epstein was keeping his eye on it. Wow. There's articles like that, and here where the parents go to a fertility clinic, and instead of Daddy Do Right being the biological father, it's the doctor from the fertility clinic, and there's like 250 daddies. 60 is easier than 59, says Jebby. I don't know. It's tough. And I'm really working on my health, as you all know. So it's hard. Today was a hard, sad day for me. The electrician that I prefer, and we would refer out his company, Joel Foy. He was a year younger than me. He died a couple days ago. And I'm like, "Oh, what's going on? I gotta go update my will. I gotta get my pinnacle power of attorney together again. I gotta update everything. Kids have all moved. I need to move everything around." 59 is young, Patty. It's not. It's not. I qualify for every discount. And if I don't, my husband does. I'm 60 getting hit on by 40-year-olds. Pussycat, that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about. Because I loved older men. My husband is 9 years older. My first ex-husband is 10 years older. So he's 69 this year. You can't keep going up unless you're like trying to find some guy ready to time out. Time out. That's a good way to put it. What do you do? Enjoy the discounts? John Smith says, hi, Mia. 2 streams at once. I kept seeing your comments, but had to change streams. So sorry, was his passing unexpected? I'm not in the know, so I don't know. I don't know if he'd been sick. I have no idea. It's either cancer, heart attack. I don't know. But he was a hell of an electrician. Some people are just forthright and honest about the work they do. It's going to take 10 hours. It's going to take 3 hours. It's going to cost this much. Joel Foy was that guy. Honest and forthright. That's my first thing. Happy birthday, Patty. You are anti-aging. Oh, I am. Andrew doesn't sweat. He pants like a dog. So foul. Just disgusting. He just is. So it says from the Telegraph, look at this. It says, shortly after breakfast on his 66th birthday, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor faced the knock at his door he hoped would never come. It was the police. It was the lowest moment of the monarchy in 400 years. Well, that begs to differ. You know why I say that? Because Duke and his American wife were pretty much shameful. Oh, I'm not paying for it, so. Forwarded a confidential treasury briefing to a banker friend while he was trade envoy. I pass this on to you in a suggestion or a solution. The essence is that Amanda is getting signals that we should allow the democratic process happen before you make your move. Interested in your opinion. There you go. In October, this is what happened. They said it was around the time Trump showed up, and Trump may have given the king additional evidence to remove the styles from him. Edward. That's the other one. So I don't think 400 years is really the shame. I think Harry's pretty much a shame. I think Harry's a pretty foul human being. He's so fat and swollen and pale. This is not Imperial Rome. I don't see where the tower would be a problem. I think that's fair. It's just so disgusting. But I'm very sad that he is the only one so far. Waiting on Bill. Bill's kind of in hiding right now. After 60, I went downhill. Judy. Now at 64, I've recovered, probably something to do with my pending divorce. Yeah, that's never easy, is it? It's young to pass away. Well, it's sleeting in Iowa. I can't even feel so bad. The irony is he was her favorite, and because he was the favorite, that's why he's allowed himself to be a disgusting bag of cells. I mean, being the favorite, it's just like Charles, I love the royal family. I've always loved the royal family. I watch everything royal. I stopped watching The Crown when they concentrated on Diana. I just couldn't. But it makes me wonder why Diana broke up with Fergie, and did she know more about Fergie's private behaviors than we all knew? Thought the queen's uncle was king first and then he was fired. The king's uncle was king and then he abdicated. He abdicated because they did not approve of his divorcee wife, Wallis Simpson, an American, being a queen. So that's what happened. Tallahassee Lassie says, "Oh, I forgot Patty and I share the same birthday." That's rare. There's very few people, like, when you do like a chat GBT, like what birthdays are most frequent. February 20th is really low on the scale for birthdays. Yes, he was king and he abdicated in our, and then the queen and the queen's family, Queen Elizabeth and her family, thought that when George, um, her dad and the queen mother's husband died early of heart problems because of being king and not being prepared for it. We need to start arresting and convicting all the guilty Americans who are exposed in the files. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like Pritzker, who's the governor of Illinois, is having a very bad week. He is, I think it's what, the Hyatt family? They own the Hyatt hotels. Is that what it is? Um I think it's the Hyatt. So Tom Pritzker's deep ties to Epstein, it's right here. It is Hyatt. Emails show him helping place a girl from Romania he met at Epstein's house into Hyatt jobs. Tom, a longtime chairman of Hyatt Hotels, has stepped down amid the fallout from newly released documents linking him to convicted. Yeah, step down in your lily white home, in your lily light. Let's see where Tom Pritzker lives. It's probably in a trust. Let's face it. His stepping down is of no, he's a billionaire. His his cousin's a billionaire. His cousin is the governor of Illinois, that fat ass. Just a fat ass. Who today lost the Chicago Bears because they won't. Thomas B. Pritzker is 69 years old. Where does he live? It says his last known address was in Minnesota. Can't show you because they'll cut me down. No, Mesa, Arizona. They don't have any recent homes for him. Palm Springs, he has a home. Minnesota, he has a home. Edward is his cousin, and Edward is the governor of Illinois, and he's just a fat pig too, who also had ties to Epstein. I mean, who didn't? Who didn't that was in power? He's the trustee of the University of Chicago as well. Just foul. So they're not, I mean, he steps down, but he's not suffering financially. So he gets like 26 minutes in the press of a little bit of shame. He's the son of the co-founder of Hyatt Hotels, J.D. Pritzker's cousin, and other cousin Penny Pritzker, who was the Secretary of Commerce under Obama. Here's Tom's correspondence with Epstein about the Middle East. There's that fat ass. Thomas Pritzker to Epstein. I'm in a remote valley of Afghanistan. It's my birthday wish. Boys with toys. But he's still, nothing's happening. Les Waxner, we know about. Sarah Callan, I think she resigned. Alan Dershowitz, he still says he didn't do it. Jess Staley, another one. Tom Pritzker, Alex Acosta, Leon Black, he's another one. Leon Black owned, what is that photography that kids in school light? What is it? What did he own? Light something. What is it called? Light. It's school photography. Light something. Life Touch. So a lot of the kids, because Leon Black owned Life Touch, a lot of the kids' families declined to have their pictures taken. I mean, at this point, do we need a Life Touch? Do we need it? I got to put my sound off because all of my ringtones are paid for by Apple. Paid for to Apple. But they don't even care. These people don't even care. Nothing is what I mean, right now, what Minnesota jury will convict him? If he's living in Minnesota, they're just not doing anything. There is Henry VIII and all the beheadings. I think that's where they were going at. You hated turning 30 and 50. 50 did not bother me, honest to Pete. 50 did not bother me. I was like, 59 is bothering me. There's an old story that a stable hand at Royal Mews walked in on Andrew doing something to a horse that was so terrible. The stable hand picked him up and chucked him into a pile of crap. I don't know how you eat with someone like this. Like, I don't know how you, a couple years ago, allow him at your dinner table and know. I mean, what do you have to be like to put that aside to eat with a human being like that? I think we all know what he was doing to the horse murder. Yeah, Clinton, it was Clinton and Obama's big attorney, Jennifer something. She lost her Jennifer, was it Jennifer Ruler? What was her name? It'll come up as soon as I put in Epstein. She was a Goldman Sachs attorney. Jennifer Mueller. Catherine Rumler. Completely off. Catherine Rumler was her name. And she announced she'll step down from her role after pressure. Not because it's the right thing to do, right? It's because of Goldman Sachs, who's evil in and of itself, because they are, is so upsetting. This is a female, okay? A female did this. A female. Now, a female. I don't even know how else to go on about this. You are a female likely with children, and you are that foul. You go get your hair dyed, you probably get your nails manicured, looks like they're polished. You go to the store, and then you set up sex workers for your buddy. Like, I do not understand a female's mentality to do this. I do not understand it. Of course, she's putting Goldman Sachs first, not her own soul. Yeah. Her soul, fuck it. She referred to him as Uncle Jeffrey and advised him on how to push back against the media and accepted luxury gifts. She served as White House counsel to Barack Obama. During her tenure, of course, she was extraordinary. She was an extraordinary pedophile. If you're associating with a pedophile, you're basically in bed with a pedophile financially. You are a pedophile. You are. She will be missed. I respect her decision. How on earth can you respect that person? Now, I guess Goldman Sachs can't rewrite this and be like, this heifer is trying to destroy our network. She destroyed her own career, her own family, walking around probably Connecticut or somewhere. No offense to Connecticut. She is a PR headache, and she doesn't leave because, hey, maybe I need to take a sabbatical or resign and go work out my dealings with the devil himself. No, we don't have that problem. An Hermes bag, gift cards, and an Apple Watch. I am only tricked out by Uncle Jeffrey today. Boots, handbag, and watch. In 2019, well after he was convicted as a pedophile. Well after. Whoopee. They just didn't care. They didn't care that he was like that. They didn't care that he was under the government watch. They didn't care. I emailed you a song about you being hit on by a waitress. Wait, let me get to it. Hold on. So funny. Yep, that waitress. Saw her today. Very nice lady. What are you going to do? Hold on, let me look, John. Where'd it go? I don't see it. Hold on. What was it called, John? What is it called? Patty, have you ever looked up the Queen's cousins? Nerissa, Jane, Irene, Bose Lyon. It's man in the iron mask type deal. Shipped them off to mental institutions and fed them drugs. Yes, I did. George was the stuttering king. Yes, there was. Heir to the Hyatt fortune. The Bose Lion wiki page is mental. Honey, I'm taken. Okay, let me look. I don't see it. Where is it? Mm-mm. Can you resend it? Because I don't see it in my email. I look poor. Oh my God. Thank you. That is really never got that compliment before. Let's see. I look poor. Oh, here it is. Hold on one second. Oh my God, look at the AI. Hold on, I found it, John. Look at that. I wish I could style my hair like that. I tried today, but it didn't. Honey, I'm poor. Oh, I love it. Oh, thank you. All right, let's play it. That is hilarious. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. Ready?
Going out with my man, that was the plan. Been looking forward to tonight. We'd stay out late, call it a date. Everything was gonna be just right. We'd have a good meal, see how it feels to finally have a night alone. Maybe some dancing, I need some romance, and then finish the night at home. The waitress came to take our order with her little electric recorder. She was smiling at me a little too long. She gave me a wink, then I started to think, this girl's mind must be totally blown. I stood up and said, I've come to the conclusion, because of the cut of my hair, you're having an illusion. Just because a woman has a style of hair doesn't mean she wants to go down there. This ring means I've made vows I've not forsaken. Go hit on another woman, because honey, I'm taken. No. There's no attraction. What a reaction. A smile and a wink. What did you think? No. Stop the moves you're making, because honey, I'm taken.
Making me turn red.
I sat back down, began to look around to see if I'd caused a scene. I was feeling kind of nervous. They gave us another server. My husband laughed through the whole thing. He was kidding me all night. The waitress hitting on his wife. He asked if I was switching teams. I said no, I still like the boys. We were laughing, making noise. That possibility wasn't even in my dreams. We left with smiles still on our face, laughing about what had taken place. I stood up and said, I've come to the conclusion, because of the cut of my hair, you're having an illusion. Just because a woman has a style of hair doesn't mean she wants to go down there. This ring means I've made vows I've not forsaken. Go hit on another woman, because honey, I'm taken. No. There's no attraction. What a reaction. A smile and a wink. What did you think? No. Stop the moves you're making, because honey, I'm taken. Yeah. No. You need to awaken. There's no chance of a romance because, honey, I'm taken. Honey, I'm taken. I'm taken.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Absolutely hilarious. I love this so much. I've loved everything you've done, but that to me is like when you say, what is the line? I don't want to go down there. That's when I like turn beet red. Like that is to me. I don't know what to say. I look like a poor lesbian. We listen to this one. But the AI photo is amazing. It's amazing. Brad.
Going out with my man, that was a plan. Been looking forward to tonight. We'd stay out late, call it a date. Everything was gonna be just right. We'd have a good meal, see how it feels to finally have a night alone. Maybe some dancing, I need some romance, and then finish the night at home. The waitress came to take our order with her little electric recorder. She was smiling at me a little too long. She gave me a wink. Then I started to think, this girl's mind must be totally blown. I stood up and said, I've come to the conclusion because of the cut of my hair. You're having an illusion. Just because a woman has a style of hair doesn't mean she wants to go down there. This ring means I've made vows I've not forsaken. Go hit on another woman because, honey, I'm taken. No. There's no attraction. What a reaction. A smile and a wink. What did you think? No. Stop the moves you're making because, honey, I'm taken. I sat back down, began to look around to see if I'd caused a scene. I was feeling kind of nervous. They gave us another server. My husband laughed through the whole thing. He was kidding me all night. The waitress hitting on his wife. He asked if I was switching teams. I said no, I still like the boys. We were laughing, making noise. That possibility wasn't even in my dreams. We left with smiles still on our face, laughing about what had taken place. I stood up and said, I've come to the conclusion because of the cut of my hair. You're having an illusion. Just because a woman has a style of hair doesn't mean she wants to go down there. This ring means I've made vows I've not forsaken.
It's the same. It doesn't sound it. I just love her. She's got a thinner nose than I do. And she's about 25 years younger. So cute. Very cute. Very, very, very cute. Nice. And it puts a smile on my face when the day is wrapped up in pedophilia. Ugh. I can't save that. I wonder if they could I'm going to ask our radio show producer if he can pipe some of these in when we're doing the radio show. Les Wexner, an hour ago, appears stunned by questions. Les Wexner was the founder of Victoria's Secret. Now we know the secret, of course. That's cheesy now. Les Wexner appears stunned when questioned about the $1.3 billion in L brand stock Epstein allegedly sold and hundreds of millions of Epstein is accused of stealing. Several $100 million is a large but imprecise figure. To the best of your knowledge, how much did Epstein steal? I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know. The trust that he was a trustee of received gifts of limited stock. Remember, Limited, the store. And he would then sell that stock on the New York Stock Exchange and then use a portion of those proceeds for his own personal purposes. Do you have any knowledge? I'm effing surprised. I'm shocked. I've never heard of it. ABC publicly reported this years ago. It was never on your radar? Never. The report says Epstein moved about $1.3 billion in stock this way. Not that he kept it all, but total sales exceeded $1 billion. And you have no knowledge. I don't know the amounts. The only trusts I'm aware of are the ones my wife set up for our kids. It's been reported that Epstein transferred $20 million in stock and cash from two of your charities to one of his own. Do you have any knowledge? Effing shocked. I'm appalled. Never heard of it. I absolutely do not believe him. Thank you, Nikki. Well, I blush a lot. A lot. Yeah, last night I had to read in front of about 500 people, and it was very disconcerting to me. It was very challenging. And I got back down, and my friend said, man, you're all red. It's because there's 500 people in the room. Yes, it's 500 people. Well, thank you, Mark. Well, that's very nice of you. I'm poor, but pretty. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Mark. It always makes my day. Thank you. That's so fun. Sorry. Sergeant Schultz. You remember that from Hogan's Heroes, the defense by Les Wexner. Let's hear his voice. Come on.
Total amount of stock sales. Epstein stole or otherwise misappropriated several $100 million from Wexner. That misconduct, together with the fees that Epstein paid himself for his services to Wexner, appears to account for virtually all of Epstein's wealth. So several $100 million is a large but not precise figure. To the best of your knowledge, how much exactly did Epstein steal?
I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know.
I'd like to try to understand a little bit better how Epstein was able to steal or misappropriate that many funds. One way, reportedly, is that the trusts that we described earlier, which I know you said you have no recollection of, I just want to be thorough. The trusts that he was trustee of would receive gifts of limited stock, and he would then sell that stock on the New York Stock Exchange and then use a portion of those proceeds for his own personal purposes. Do you have any knowledge or recollection of what I just described?
I'm effing surprised. I
Effing
shocked. I didn't know this.
Is it that you have not previously heard what I just described?
I never heard of it. Never saw this document.
Wait a second.
And
Here's the
it was
thing.
publicly reported.
You know why I know that's a lie? You know why I know that's a lie?
That
Reason number one, that's a lie. If the wife set up trust funds for the children, fair. The wife certainly freaking knew that $1.3 billion was moved around. If anyone in YouTube or anywhere else believes that that wife didn't know where all this money was.
Any funds, one way reportedly is that the trusts that we described earlier, which I know you said you have no recollection of, I just want to be thorough. The trusts that he was trustee of would receive gifts of limited stock, and he would then sell that stock on the New York Stock Exchange and then use a portion of those proceeds for his own personal purposes. Do you have any knowledge or recollection of what I just described?
I'm effing surprised. I shocked. I didn't know this.
Is it that you have not previously heard what I just described?
I never heard of it. Never saw this document.
And it was publicly reported, I think, by ABC several years ago, but not ever on your radar.
Never.
The report indicates that it was more than or around $1.3 billion of stock that Epstein moved around that way. Not that he kept all of that money for himself, but the total amount of stock sales was over $1 billion. You have no knowledge or awareness of that.
Lolly, how are you?
I don't know the amounts. The only trust that I'm aware of is my wife set up trusts for our kids, So however she set them up in the amounts, I have no idea what's in them then or now.
And then separately, it's been reported
putting that on your
$20
wife.
million of stock and cash were contributed by two of your charitable foundations to one of Epstein's charities. Do you have any knowledge or awareness of that?
Effing shocked. I'm appalled. I never heard that.
How do you lose a billion? A billion.
Did you know that? No. Except so.
Thank you, Mr. Director. We have some additional questions and questions from some of the.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him. He's not even a good liar. He's not even a good. He literally just put this on his wife. She'll know. She does know. They all know. Every single one of them. This goes back to nothing is real. He's sitting there in a leather vest before an oversight committee. Hanging out. Going, I'm just going to pull a Clinton. I don't recall. Stop. And here are we poor people sitting around watching this happen, knowing you're lying, and we have no power. We have no power to do anything about it. We can't protect the children. We can't help the ones who have already been trafficked or taken or stolen or prostituted out or drugged out. We have no power. We are so minor in the cog. So sad. Well, the attorneys did it. The wife didn't. What's the wife going to do, right, Mr. C? The wife's going to what? Hey, Paul, whatever, Goldman Sachs attorney. Hey, can you set up this trust for Mr. Wexner? Oh, we just lost 1.3. You think no accountant in the whole world of Wexner world didn't call and say, hey, dude, 1.3 billion. No, they're scared shitless. Everybody involved in this is scared shitless. And he's working up like, you start getting the lower men. Start going after the accountants that move the money. Isn't that what the mafia does? Isn't that it? You just go after the lower ones and start cracking kneecaps until you get the upper guys? Are you allowed to say mafia? I don't even know if you're still allowed to say it. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I am so upset. Seeing that little man paying millions of dollars for these models to go out and show their cooters on a fashion show, basically, who starved themselves to look beautiful. I don't know. Did Epstein's find Wexner's wife for him? Or Wendy Adelson? I don't recall. Yeah, pulled around there 3 different times, but you can't prove intent to perjure yourself. That's when you have too much money. You're right, Patty. You're all right. But there's nothing we can do. I don't even know. There's nothing we can do. And how do you lose $1 billion? I know if I've lost $10 and I'm sick to my stomach about it because I'm poor. I look poor. Oh my God. That is like, I should have made a picture of that. Hold on. I got to go back. I got to do a screenshot of that. Hold on. I've had some funny trolls here, but this is a good one. I'm going to tell my husband, honey, we need to go shopping. Why? Because I look poor. I did it wrong because I'm so, oh my God, that is just hilarious. Hold on. It was on the camera, so I got to snap this. Honey, you look poor. Oh my goodness. So funny. Patty. This is great. This just made my day. You don't look 59. You don't look like a lesbian. You look poor. Oh my goodness. Must be nice to have so much money and never pay taxes. Wexner's wife is a lot younger. Let's see what she looks like because I don't know.
Epstein stole or otherwise misappropriated several $100 million from Wexner. That misconduct, together with the fees that Epstein paid himself for his services to Wexner, appears to account for virtually all of Epstein's wealth. So several $100 million is a large but not precise figure. To the best of your knowledge, how much exactly did Epstein
How is anyone believing this bullshit that comes out of this fucking mouth? How would anyone believe it? CEO, a private investment company, serves on L Brands, the KIPP Foundation, Harvard University Center for Public Leadership, Ohio State University, again, Nationwide Children's Hospital, Environmental Defense Fund, Columbus Downtown Development Corporation, Columbus Partnership, Ohio State, Wexner Medical Center, and the Foundation. And they don't know where $1.3 bazillion went. You're all lying. They're all lying. And people are like, oh, well, he's old, he's white, he's privileged. We just won't do anything. Hold on, look at this.
It was just regularly done.
Here's the
Answer the question.
Okay. It was just regularly done.
They all know it. The attorneys know it. Everybody knows it. Everything is about money and power. More power than money. Sounds like the guy from News Nation. Karen says, Patty, I can't possibly hang in a group with someone who looks poor. I know, but I am poor. I am. I'm with that. I'm okay with it too. Because look who God gives the big money to. It sounds like he said that. He may have said it. It may be AI. I don't know. I think that's what he said. I don't know, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go start celebrating my birthday with my husband. We went to we had a long day today. I had a bunch of errands to take Chris on, and we did go to Waffle House, and that is where the waitress is. And she's very nice. She waited on us. And what else did I do? Went to the chiropractor, saw Scott, helped him with a client, and just had a lot of errands to run. It's so incredible. The lights look great. My lighting looks good. You should see it. It's above my head. The light was inexpensive because I'm poor. My man has to come get his equipment, though. He does have to come get his. But anyway, thank you also for your birthday wishes. It's very nice to be with you. I really do enjoy it. It's such a hoot. It's so funny. So funny. Maybe Judge Everett will jump out of a cake for me. Well, I hope to be on this Sunday. I have an open house to 3:00, but after that, I'll have time. I have nothing else planned, so that's good. But anyway, I'm going out to dinner tomorrow night with my son. He's in town, so I'm excited to see him. I only get to see him a couple months, every month. But I have, James, who you all know. James is still in New Mexico. Haven't seen him in over a year now. And then my daughter, I guess I'll see when the new baby's born. So I'll see her. But have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much. I will enjoy my special day. Thank you, John. You're the best. John Smith, you're just a light in my life. Thank you all very much. Bye-bye.